Hello, my dear Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into it right away and see what's coming your way. Let's see what's happening for you for this month's timeline. We have tears of joy, a pathway opening. There's something kind of looks like an elbow here. This can be actually division in the pathway. We have an animal here, kind of looks like a deer to me. Deers tend to have innocence, and it seems like one has a wand, but it's not a wand. It's kind of like a walking stick and a short path, and there's a long pathway leading towards like a more success and also longevity. So you might be, I have many cats. This is cat hair, guys. Don't worry about it. It's under control. Okay, so what happens here is, this is outside your comfort zone, Sagittarius. You like adventure, you like newness, but it seems like here, there's going to be an option, a split in the road for you coming forward. There's a fork in the road. The first one, it seems like it has assistance with a walking stick that you can lean onto, but it's a short pathway, short-term situation, short-term victory. It might not even last for a long time. That might not really satisfy you for the long time, and maybe even something that you're not going to be able to pursue. I see a letter E here. It can be like E can be in the name of a person who's directing you in this direction. And the other one seems like a fairly innocent with a deer in the beginning. Maybe something even like awestruck, because the deers are kind of like very light energy and they can get scared very easily. But this is through patience with that, maybe a person that you're working together with. This is going to lead you towards a longer pathway, which is maybe a lifelong mission, lifelong situation that is going to have like it's getting lighter and lighter, as you can see. This can be a project. This can be maybe some things that you're working on for the long term. Maybe a material thing it's going to have outcome. It has, long term doesn't mean that you need to struggle with it for the long term. This can be some things that you're doing right now. Maybe there's a short pathway that you can take, a quick fix to a situation, which is not going to really last very long for you, which might fix the situation for this time, but it is not going to have a future. But when you're patient and where you're maybe slowly stepping into something, I see there's someone here coming to you with a cup, with an offering. So it seems like here this is going to really will be the long-term solution to your situation. Okay, do not choose a short pathway. This is an advice. I mean, you don't have to do what I say. You all have free will, and I feel like this is a free will choice. And another thing here, the precursor, the shorter pathway, maybe even the wand, the stick is your walking stick, I interpret. Maybe it's a fighting stick. Maybe if you choose the short and fighting pathway, it's not going to have longevity. But when you take the long and patient pathway, it is going to actually bring your heart's desire for the long term. We have a star in your heart. Yes, there's a wish, there's a desire, there's something that you're manifesting. This is your true north, and it seems like it is all overall coming together, right energies. We have a dinosaur here. There's a crab right there. Can be a Cancer. Dinosaur can be someone who's established, and maybe an earth sign. They're all coming together to help you with this like a synchronization of your desire, which is there's a cup forming here. This can be even like something emotionally and also materialistically fulfilling you. Overall though, it's looking very good. And I see here you're starting very light with a victory. I see a letter V here. You might receive a quick victory in a situation. I see a lot of conversations happening. Maybe even this is about like a conversation happening that you're going to be the victorious one. I see someone who's carrying a graduation cap on top of their head. And I see your energy that you have letter S, Sagittarius, in your hand, waving it. You have a massive hat with like a kind of like a maybe even those ones that I see in reminds me of a Napoleon hat. I don't know if that's a good example of a victory moment. Napoleon is a good example, but overall, let's go with the symbolic name of it. We're not looking at the man, we're looking at the hat. Okay, so but you're gonna be overall, I feel like with the help of this person whose graduation cap we're wearing, someone wise, a professor maybe even, with their help you are really waving your victory, the torch of victory right there. And that indicates that you may be even becoming an authority about a subject that this person is going to put you in a position of authority that they're not going to be able to oppose to you when you make decisions. Another thing I feel here, overall, this can be like, again, an authority supporting you to be victorious about a situation. But I told you that this doesn't have to be maybe through the traditional ways you think that you attain the victory. This can be from a way that you don't really see at this moment how this is going to happen. Another thing I see, there's like an angry person here under the shields right there, but there's a shield in front of them. So if you're feeling like, oh, if I attain this victory, that someone is going to be pissed. And I see there's even another person right there under the shield. They're standing behind the shield. I feel like you're untouchable at this moment, and these people are behind a certain level of approach or like access to you. They're not going to be able to access you, or they're not going to be able to get outside of their thing. Another thing, there's a star attached on their back as well. So I feel like these people can be so blind to their victorious moments, so blind to their manifestations, that they are actually seeing only what you have in your hand. And I see there's a flat platform on top of their head. Maybe they everything is going through their head. That's why they don't even realize that they have something very valuable to them. But I see that their star is falling down as well. So because they're not really paying attention. This is like a good life lesson also for everyone listening to, not a Sagittarius here. This seems like everybody has come on this planet with their own kismets, with their own blessings, with their own gifts and skills, and also talents, and all the material things that they can collect. They already have, or they have the skills to collect it. And I see here that some people are so minding your business, they don't even have a clue about their own business here. And this might even cost them their own stuff, okay? And you are actually stepping onto their, basically, like, or there's a pathway opening through them being this kind of like doing hidden acts behind the curtain. This is going to actually open up a highway for you to get to where you want to go faster, which I told you that you're taking the long pathway here, which is looking bright. The long doesn't mean that it is time-wise it's long. It can also mean that procedural-wise, maybe you need to jump through hoops, or maybe if there's a short place that you go to, maybe you need to travel a little longer distance now. But it seems like overall this is working out better for you. It is bringing you to this beautiful sunshine. Another thing I see here, there's a Christmas tree, but on top of it, instead of a star, I see a bird here. So this can be celebration. Don't take it as the Christmas tree. Take it as a celebration of the holidays if you're not Christian. And I feel like overall now, it doesn't matter what religion you are. We are all interconnected now when it comes to celebrations of the holidays and the New Year's and all these stuff. So you can take it as like a sign of tree. This is actually like 30 years old, guys, maybe 35. And it had like a little thing here that played the music. This came from America, I think. My aunt, she brought me. This is the first thing I think I had from America when I was growing up. So what happens here is this tree is the symbol of that tree. I feel like you might be receiving some amazing news that is going to be for the longevity as well. Okay, that is going to last for a long time as well. I have a good story about like moving to America and living there. Now I'm thinking about it. This is like, I don't know where she got it from, maybe Washington, but 30 years ago, or 90s, I don't know like how far, like 90s or during the 90s, she brought this to me. So what happened? This shows my age a little bit, but anyways. So I see here the tree, that the big tree with a bird coming in, that you might be receiving something about that is going to bring longevity, some long-term investment into your life. And there's even a second tree growing here that you don't really realize that's growing, an investment, a good thing, something that is coming into your life. And I see there's a person also helping you here in your heart space. Okay, this can be someone close to your heart, or maybe a family member, maybe helping you get up in a situation. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I see a heart shape forming here. Someone in your heart, maybe this is your energy, you're distancing yourself from a situation, your desire coming really fast, guys. And it seems like here, you can see the sad face, you're distancing yourself from a situation, but I see overall, because this is heading you towards a new connection here. Somebody's like holding you tightly, or maybe you're holding someone really tightly here. But maybe the nostalgia is coming from leaving old you behind, because there's a new beginning, a new life coming for you. Okay. And the Sagittarius archetype I was listening to from one of those like experts, the Sagittarius as actually is a fast learner in life. They go through life and experiences really fast, and they do not really dwell on, that's what she was saying, that they don't really dwell on the past pain or like the lessons. They learn their lesson and they just keep moving on, because Sagittarius archetype came here to live the life to the fullest. So I feel like here you might have something you've been holding on to, maybe holding you back a little bit, but this time you're really going to have a leap and leave that sad energy behind. I see letter N, I, there's like a number 2 here I saw, and also there's another thing here. Dragon is landing in your heart space to a chunk of money. Dragon is a symbol. I feel like I interpret dragon as a symbol of the Sagittarius. So your dragon, your heart's desire, might be also coming in a very like a light way. The dragons, they do not like land very harshly. They land very softly. If you like, they don't exist, yes. Now when you watch like CGI movies and stuff like that, you can see them landing very gently. So this can be your desire coming and landing very gently here. Okay, maybe this is a train dragon. Who knows? We have here Knight of Pentacles. You're planting your seeds very carefully. This can be forming relationships. This can be forming partnerships. This can be making an investment that will grow, and you are cherishing it. You are actually loyal to it, dedicated, protective. And it seems like your careful planning before taking action is going to really pay off this time. Okay, and now if you have a situation in your hand, this can be about financial, this can be about long-term pathway choosing. When you choose that after being calculating and seeing all the details in the picture, big picture, and then moving forward with that, is actually going to bring massive results. We have here, yes, you need to be a little bit logical in the situation, intelligent, impartial and stoic, because it seems like here emotions can really direct you towards or maybe the reactions that you're going to face when you start improving yourself can be really distracting. That's why being stoic and taking things as like communicate clearly and do not create like emotional situations, answer with your stoic attitude, being fair-minded is and objective is going to be really helpful for you. So people probably coming from their own point of view to you, instead of just seeing them or like reacting to them and defending your point of view, understanding that, okay, they have their own struggles. Understanding them doesn't mean that allow them to step on you. It means that, okay, I understand where you're coming from, but this is my situation. I'm going to go with my own decisions, with my own solutions here. Okay, thank you, bye kind of energy, I feel, which is going to give you a lot of power, guys. Emperor is a leader. Logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of a situation. Accept a leadership role, structure, and discipline. I told you, maybe a position coming to you through a scholar that is going to hand you over a position, that authority, that you will be making decisions in the situation, or maybe something about your life. You're really taking control and in charge of this, a lot of masculine energy, and taking massive, effective action. It doesn't have to be inspired, but whatever the action that is available to you at this moment is going to lead you towards success, and discipline will create a structure. Hermit is again a masculine energy we have here, and I want to see what that is a little bit. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Hermit is after the victory, you're going to, maybe you're actually contemplation. Also after the action, you're going to receive some peaceful meditation, some insights, and when you go with that insights and this, so through solitude, basically, it is going to bring you victory. We have the world. This is actually completing a cycle. If you were a student, you're becoming the master. If you have been learning something, now it's time to teach it. If this is something that maybe you were working under someone, now it's gonna be, it's time for you to become the emperor and take charge of the situation. Okay, it looks beautiful for you. I love that. And what else we have here? Decision. So you're probably in a position, a situation right now that you need to make some strong decisions, and they're all going to be grounded because we have the Earth Dragon here. It is going to be grounded in the reality, and it is going to bring like massive, I feel like with this Knight of Pentacles energy, material results as well. It says a guardian angel or someone who watches over you got your back. An official person we have right here, and this official person can be someone actually like aligning with the victorious moment, can decide on what's your highest good and what's actually working for you, or whatever that your heart is desiring at this moment. Your thoughts, okay, you are in this person's thoughts. This can be an official person who is considering how to actually like resolve a message of concern about you, and they're going to be handing over a gift to you in this situation. Okay, so you might have I still have the last card here, child, come forth. And these are all aligning 16, 17, 18, 14, going along with the same direction. So I feel like this can be about something new, a gift coming forward about something new. Maybe you have a concern about a child that you have received a message of concern. You have thoughts about it. This official person is going to gift you something about this child or new situation that will be really golden, glowing, which a definite definite solution for you. Okay, so this actually flipped itself. We're going to read both, which we have a beautiful wooden door and a blue, I think kind of like a Greek door, it seems like to me, like something from Athens. The Odyssey, exactly. Take in the beauty of country lands and botany. Explore the wonder like gypsy traveler Odyssey. So this can be in the city that you're in. If you have historical places or this kind of like old houses, you can explore them. And I also have this kind of flower basically right outside my window, not in my backyard, but in the backyard of the next building. And when the wind blows, these actually fill into my balcony. So I feel like this is a good sign. A blue color is the sky, is the freedom. So take a walk around the neighborhood that you're in. That can bring you some inspiration. We have here a very structured door, and I feel like this actually aligns with the decision, Emperor, and the official person's energy. Trust the universe. Intuition has wandered and led you astray. And the timing's not yours, but the universe at play. Have faith and breathe. So your intuition, I feel like intuition is always on point, but maybe you're not really hearing it at this time. And if that's so, go down into your mind, like trying to calm down your mind and know that all is well, and you will be doing the right thing in the right place, and right answers will be coming. The pathways will be opening for you. Okay. All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed this one. And if you want more of these, you can check out these ones as well. I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.